Good evening, all. We are in second day of the session. These open sessions will be there every day. Am I audible? B. Mahi, you want to ask something? You can ask. You raised your hand. Yes. So we'll start. Okay, fine. So let's just start the session for today. Right. Okay. So today's topic for us is with respect to two participants raised hand. Would you ask something? You can ask. Put it in the chat box, no? We are going ahead with the session. You can always ask the doubts. No issue. Fine. Yeah. Before going into see today's topic, as we have posted, is about neutrinos. So it is about what is the topic of discussion for today? Neutrino. So before going into it, see, I'm not assuming that you all know completely about these basic particle physics. So there may be non-science students or you might have forgot. So we'll have a quick review. Okay, so before going into neutrino, before going into this, let us look at the basic structure of the atom very quickly. See, this is just the standard model. How an atom, see everything, whether a pen or a laptop or a fruit, everything has atoms. It is made up of different types of molecules. Molecules are made up of atoms. So the general classical understanding of the atom atomic structure, how it is there, still it is evolving. What the earth, what the universe is made up of, how we are there, how atoms are there is no complete picture yet. So this is just the basic model which is surviving, and lot of changes are there, lot of new developments are happening now also. But for now, you understand that the basic atom consists of electrons which are there around a center of the atom, which is called nucleus. So at the center of the atom, we have nucleus. So don't confuse with all these terms. So that's the reason we have to know them clearly, very basics. Center of the atom, any particular atom, you will have a nucleus. So this is the nucleus. In the nucleus, you have atomic particles, subatomic particles called protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons are present within the nucleus. Okay, so this proton, see, generally charges, see, if you say what is your weight, 50 kg, 60 kg, 100 kg. So mass is not positive, negative, basically. So that is a property, weight, mass, and all these things. Similarly, you have a property called charge. So you know the electricity, charge, how it is going, because of they have a property which is called as charge. This charge in the nature comes in two things. We call it positive, other is negative. Two types of charges are there. So anything which does not have any charge, we have zero charge, no charge, we call it as neutral. Positive, negative, and neutral. So this proton is positively charged, electron is negatively charged. Neutron has no charge. That is the way in which this system is being running. So center you have protons and neutrons at the center. Then around the nucleus, you have electrons rotating in different orbits. Don't confuse this model with the solar system. That is the beauty of the nature. Look at the solar system. Solar system also at the center, you have sun. Surrounding the sun, you have planets. So that is a different way, gravitational forces and all those things. The basic atom is also like this. And you have another model with respect to biological cell. All these things you will study in your S&T courses. Basic biological cell, whether it is a animal cell or the plant cell, will also have at the center nucleus, mitochondria, different things are there. So there is a pattern in the universe which we are trying to understand, basically. That is the purpose of science. So this nucleus, all are different. You have DNA, RNA, genes at the center of these cells. Okay, so anyway, if we come back to basic atomic structure, nucleus, protons, neutrons, and electrons. This is a general thing. But apart from this, today's topic is not a neutron or nucleus. It is neutrino. Neutrino. What is this neutrino? That is the point of discussion for us today. This is not a neutron, not an electron, proton. So this is a new particle which we are going to study. Okay. So that is the point which we are. So what are neutrino? What is neutrino? What's a neutrino? So neutrino is one of the fundamental particles. When we say fundamental means it can't be further divided. So it's so basic. It is so basic, available in the universe. It can't be, we don't know what it is made up of yet. There may be. See, in the previous example also, once you are in the basic, your school level, these are called as fundamental subatomic particles, protons, neutrons, and all these things. But recent discoveries are saying that protons, electrons, all these things are made up of further. See, what is inside the electron? See, inside water molecule, you have hydrogen, oxygen. Inside hydrogen, you have electrons, protons, and neutrons. What is inside neutrons? What is inside protons? We were never thought of. Now the scientific evidence are saying that they are made up of quarks, leptons, new things are coming in the news. Scientific discoveries are happening. They are breaking this protons and electrons, and they're trying to study what is inside them. Okay, so in the same manner, a new particle got discovered, which is called as neutrino. It is not very latest actually. It is there, but in the recent times, the interest on neutrino is increasing. That's the reason we are looking at. So it is a fundamental particle. We don't know what is there inside neutrino yet. So it is a basic particle, just like photons. See, what is photons, sir? You are introducing what all new terms. See, these are the names. Just like you got a name, I got a name. We identify a particle, different particles with different names. Okay, so photons, light is made up of photon. You see the light rays, electromagnetic radiation, X-rays, cosmic rays, all these things are made up of particles called photons. So the light is coming to us. How it is coming us in the form of particles. The physics, the science is understanding it like this. Photons, okay? The particles are there. So light is made up of what? Photons. In the same manner, these neutrinos are abundantly available in the nature. Just like light is flowing. See, who created light? There are many sources. Did you create every day morning? Are you creating light? No, universe has created, sun is created. Apart from the sun, there are many mechanisms through which light is being created in the universe, right? So these things are there. In the same manner, neutrinos are also like particles, abundantly available in the nature. Like light is flowing through us every day in the universe, neutrinos are also passing. That is the discovery they have. Neutrons have, not confused with neutrons. Neutron is different. This is neutron, which is present in the atom. Any atom, hydrogen, helium, calcium, oxygen, everything has neutrons, different numbers. In the same manner, neutrinos, unlike them, these are present, they have no charge. They also have no charge, zero charge. That's the reason neutral, we are saying neutrino. Okay, so that is an important term. What about mass? So they are very small, incredibly small and light. They have some mass, very light mass they have, but not much. Even now, we don't have what is the clear understanding. Only some approximate figures are there. What is the mass of neutrino? It has a very light mass, but mass is there. It has no charge. So they are the lightest of all subatomic particles that have mass. So the gist is neutrinos are neutral, no charge. Okay, they have mass also. They have mass. So that is the properties which you have. And they are abundantly available in the universe. So before the discovery, neutrinos are there throughout us. As we are speaking, many neutrinos are passing through us actually. We are unable to recognize them, but actually millions of neutrinos are passing through us right now. Okay, so that is the understanding we have. So these neutrinos were discovered, predicted, they were proposed long back, but recent discoveries have discovered. So this is the second most widely occurring particle after photons. So after light is made up of, one understanding is light is made up of photons. Okay, so after photons, the most abundant particle, not in the solar system, not only on Earth, but in the whole universe is neutrinos. Okay, so that is the thing. They are most abundant. If they are most abundant, why we have not discovered them till now? Anyone? So they are there like light particles. I was saying just now. These neutrinos are available, most abundant in the universe. So if that is the case, why we have not discovered them till now? No technology, yes, in a way, because they have very, see, lack of technology is just, yeah, that is actual thing. Viresh, as Viresh is saying, they are very light, small. See, they are, as we are talking right now, millions of neutrinos are passing through us right now. Can light pass through us? No, because through glass, transparent things only it can pass. So that is a property of light. Similarly, as we are talking, see, if light is abstracted, we are visible light. See, light is not only the visible spectrum. No? So if you look back, light is only one aspect of electromagnetic things. You have ultraviolet, you have infrared, you have cosmic rays, you have radio waves. Varieties of radiations are there in the universe. We are detecting them and we are electromagnetic radiation, our mobile phones, microwaves, many things are there. In the same manner, neutrinos are also there, but we are unable to detect them because they are passing through us, right? Millions of them are passing through us without being detected. They are there everywhere, but we are unable to detect them. So small, no mass, no charge. How to detect them? They are passing through everywhere. They will pass to human body. They will pass through rock. They will pass through everything, light, everything they are passing through. That's the reason it got difficult for us to detect. Okay, so neutrons are so abundant. As we say, look at the figure. They are telling neutrinos are so abundant. As we are talking right now, just now in a second, look at thing, trillions of neutrinos are passing through us. Trillions. Trillion is a very big figure. 100 trillion, greater than 100 trillion every second. So these many particles are there right now. Okay, not visible to the naked eye, not detected physically, because properties also they can't deflect easily. Neutral, that's the reason many things are there. So most neutrinos will pass through Earth without interacting at all. Earth is a body in the big universe. There are many planets, many stars. Fine. So in that manner, most neutrinos will pass through us without getting any disturbance. So this is the sum of the aspects with respect to neutrino. So what are the sources of neutrinos? If neutrinos are so abundant, there has to be many sources. Yes or no? Many sources should be there. That's the reason. What is the use of them? Wait, Venkat. That is our next thing which we are going to discuss. We'll look at the sources. What is the use of them? When they are passing, what is the use of them? That is the thing we will discuss definitely. So what are the sources of these neutrinos? This can be a prelims oriented question. Both on Earth, in the universe, what are the various sources? Accelerators. Don't think this as a car accelerator. Generally, when we are talking about research with respect to these particles, modern physics and all those things, accelerators are the particle accelerators, like you might have heard about CERN in France. Big thing. They will accelerate, they will speed up these electrons, protons, neutrons, all these particles, they will speed up, they will bombard them. They will try to break up these particles and try to see what will come out of them. So these particle accelerators are the source of neutrinos. So whenever these all subatomic particles, all these protons, neutrons, whenever they are there, they are used to high speeds. There also you have a sub byproduct of neutrinos. So accelerators are the source of neutrinos. Reactors, nuclear reactors, I was referring to. Not chemical reactors, nuclear reactors. See our fission, see all these things we will see in detail. What is a nuclear reaction? What is the difference between a chemical reaction and a nuclear reaction? What is the difference between the formation of water and formation of helium in the sun? So one is a chemical reaction, one is a nuclear fusion reaction. There are two types of nuclear reactions also. So all these things we'll see in whenever the need arises. So nuclear reactors, nuclear power plants. So they are also not only nuclear power plants. You have bombs, atomic bombs. You have radioactivity, isotopes for curing cancer in all these super specialty hospitals. So whenever there is nuclear reactions, there also neutrinos are generated. Okay, Earth itself is a source of neutrino. How? Because how Earth, see, if you go deeper on the surface of the Earth's crust, if you are going deeper, for every kilometer, the temperature will increase as we go inside. The core is super hot, 6,000 degrees centigrade. How Earth is? See, Earth formed more than 4 billion years ago. More than 4 billion years ago, the Earth got formed. So, Earth is not a source of heat. Yes or no? There is no direct source actually. We are getting only from the sun. So, it is a planet. That's the reason it is a planet, not a star. So, it is formed so long back. Why Earth is still not cooled? It should cool off, na? See, sun is there, small amount of sun, one side in the morning, it will radiate, it will give energy, other side, it will radiate off. The night, it will cool off. Then why there is so much of heat within the earth surface, under the crust, within the crust, under the core? Why the earth is burning so much? 6,000 degrees centigrade heat is the temperature you have. So if earth is not having any reactions, it is just made up of rocks or magma or whatever, why it is burning after these many years also? Anyone? Why it is burning still inside? Yes, exactly. Due to the presence of, there is redundant heat is also there. There is radioactive things are also there. Many emissions are also there within the earth. So that is the reason it is also emitting lot of neutrinos. Sun anyway, nuclear reaction is there in the sun. So sun is the one of the biggest sources of neutrinos in the solar system. Big Bang, what is Big Bang? How the universe got, this is a theory. The assumption is everything arranged on this planet, on this universe, that's a theory. So we don't know, we didn't prove it completely. So everything started by Big Bang. From a small thing, how we don't know how the energy, how the stars and everything got it. There was a bump, there's a one event called, which we refer to as Big Bang, after which galaxies, stars, planets, all these things got formed, still they are formed. So the initial event is Big Bang. So in the initial event, lot of neutrinos got released into the universe. They formed. That is one assumption. Atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere is also a source. So why? Because lot of cosmic radiation is coming into the Earth's atmosphere that is reacting with the particles in the atmosphere, outer atmosphere especially. All these radiations which come, they trigger and they are giving rise to neutrinos. So Earth's atmosphere is also emitting neutrinos. Supernovae, another source is supernovae. See, the supernovae is a stage of a star. What is a star? Let us take our sun. Why it is emitting energy? Because inside you have a nuclear reaction. Nuclear reaction means it will have fuel, hydrogen fuel. After some millions of years, all this fuel will be over. Then the star will collapse. Yes, don't worry. Our sun will not collapse in recent times. Lot of atoms you will have for your exams or your life. So after some millions of years, maybe the sun will collapse because its fuel gets over. So when it is collapsing, it may go to different stages, red giant, supernovae. So these are the various stages of the stars, how they are getting exhausted. So these are various stages. One such stage is supernovae, where lot of radiation is emitted from the dying star. So that is the supernova, meaning the savory sea. If you look at the sky, sometimes I have seen also, some there can be a comet or they can be a star. As we are speaking right now, many millions of stars in the universe are burning off. Many millions of stars. We have billions of stars in the universe. Many stars are completing their life cycle and they are just bursting away. So one such stage is supernovae. Extragalactic sources. So this is a very broad thing. In the universe, there can be many things like a black hole, black hole is an interesting phenomena where nothing comes out of it. The black hole is so dense, the black hole is so dense, even light also can't escape from it. That's the reason we can't see. That's the reason we are calling it as black hole. Sir, if nothing is visible, how we are seeing a black hole? Because at the edges, the light will deflect and it will not come out. So there will be a glow at the edge of a black hole, something like that. So these black holes are there in the universe. So these black holes are the also source of neutrinos. So these are the various sources of neutrinos. This is a prelims question. Which of the following are the sources of neutrinos? Any of the options, multiple choice things they can ask. Okay, so these are the various sources of neutrinos. In the there can be many things. Okay, so these are the prominent things. So what is a black hole? What is a supernova? How a star dies? That itself is a different theme. If possible, we'll do it later. Now, coming back to, so various sources of neutrinos. Now, this is an example which we there see, look at it. This at the center, you have a black hole. Nothing is coming out. It is sucking. So this is a star or this can be anything. It is just the gravity is so high. The gravity is so high for the black hole. Nothing comes out of it. Everything will be sucked into it. I may not frighten you, but this is also very recent discovery. In which galaxy we are staying now? These are basic questions, but don't worry. Sometimes things will be so basic. Which galaxy are we staying? Solar system is in which galaxy? Milky Way. Yes, Milky Way galaxy. All these years we are happy that we are in Milky Way, but a very recent discovery said that don't find the black hole somewhere else. At the center of this Milky Way galaxy, we discovered a black hole. So one fine day, slowly, the whole Milky Way galaxy is going to be sucked into this black hole. Not soon, but someday. The whole Milky Way, see this black hole, like this, what is happening? It will suck everything because it has so much gravity. It will suck everything slowly into it, continuously into it. Okay. So at the center of Milky Way galaxy, we found a black hole called Sagittarius. Last year discovery, which we had. Okay, anyway, so these black holes are also radiating a lot of neutrinos. That is the meaning of this picture, which we want to say. It's the energy is being converted into all these particles. Fine. So that is the new thing we have. So that black hole, we named it. We named that black hole, which was at the center of our Milky Way galaxy, as Sagittarius. Okay, fine. Some name which we have given to it. Anyway, we found a black hole at the center of our own Milky Way. Our own Milky Way galaxy, there is a black hole. Till now, we were not aware of it. So the science is very limited. We may feel that we know many things, but not. Still, things are evolving. Okay. So properties of neutrinos very quickly. The most important thing is what is the use? See, basically, we are studying something. So what is the use? That is the intention which you have to know. So very quickly, this is a repetition. Subatomic particle. They are different from neutrons. Don't confuse with neutrons. They don't have charge. Neutrons also have no charge. Where are neutrons present? Where are neutrons present? At the center of atom, in the nucleus. Okay. So neutrinos are present everywhere. Unlike neutrons, neutrinos are particles, just like photons, present everywhere in the universe. So why we are, this is a recent discovery in UPSC also, sometimes they are focusing on Nobel Prize. Last year mains question also they asked on some 3-4 years back Nobel Prize on LED there was a Nobel Prize. So all these things in 2015 only, this with respect to neutrino oscillations, a Nobel Prize was given. Oscillations means there are 3 types of neutrinos. Forget about their names. Muon, neutrino, tau neutrino. Forget about those things, though so much of deep is not required. So one neutrino is changing into type 1, type 2, type 3. 3 types are there. Neutrinos are there. These names are of how many types? 3 types as of now. 4th type is also in the discovery. We don't know. Still science is evolving. So 1 will convert into other will convert into 2 will convert into 3 will convert into 1. So that is phenomena is called as neutrino oscillations. Oscillating means don't think that everything is moving. So this conversions phenomena is called oscillations, for which Nobel Prize was given recently, the last decade. So these are neutral. they will not be affected by electromagnetic radiation. See, what is electromagnetic radiation? So there is a radar or there is an electronic equipment. Sometimes there is a speaker in a classroom, there is a speaker and the faculty is standing there. He gets a message. The speaker will be interfered, yes or no? The speaking equipment that will have a noise kind of. So that is called electromagnetic interference. Why that is happening? That is also electronic thing. Message is also microwave. So there is a kind of disturbance. So that is kind of interference will not be there with respect to neutrons because they are neutrinos, because they are neutral. Okay, so they are not affected by electromagnetic forces. These properties are the important for knowing the uses of neutrinos. Okay, so they are least harmful. Don't confuse these neutrinos with electromagnetic radiation or nuclear radiation. Okay, they are not harmful. As we are speaking now, many neutrinos are passing through us right now. They are neutral. They are not harmful. They are not radioactive. Okay, they will not react also. So these are the important properties of neutrinos. Now coming point, this is the one of the most important point. What is the significance? Why we have to study all these things? Because till now, we don't know how the universe, why the universe is created, how it got created, we don't know. Right? Sir, what is the purpose of finding the origin? I don't know my origin only. What I will know by finding the origin of universe? It's not about you, my dear. Once we know the origin, we have the questions about how it can end. Okay, what are the dangers it have? What are the various properties it have? Like that. See, many of the technologies are discovered unintendedly. Scientists are discovering something, they found on some other explanation. Without understanding that light is made up of photons, there is no mobile phone, there is no this Zoom class, there is no defense weapons. So there is no photography also. Every day, everyone is now taking selfie. Without understanding that light is made up of photons, we can't manipulate it. We can't use it for our purpose. Okay, so this understanding was given by Einstein. He got Nobel Prize for it. That is so much significant. Okay, so in the same manner, we don't know what we are discovering, how the universe is created, how it is made up of, we don't know. Okay, so this significance with respect to things, our origins can be known by studying neutrinos. Second important thing is very important thing. These neutrinos are passing through the earth. Yes or no? They can pass through anything, any material. So if we understand the properties of neutrinos, see when light photon pass through, so this is water, this is air, suppose. When light is passing through these mediums, some properties are being changed to the light. So we study that. In the same manner, when neutrinos are passing through the earth, once we are able to study them, we can get the structure tomograph. What earth is made up of. See, no one can go deeper into the earth, right? So earthquakes, seismic waves are also limited scope. So then when these neutrinos are so much, they are penetrating the earth, we can have a complete investigation of the earth. How it is there, what is the structure internally. Based on that, we can have many applications. So that is the next important significance. Third thing is like photons, which are used for communication, Wi-Fi, Li-Fi, many things are there. Even neutrinos can also be used for communication purposes. Big data, many things, lot of data transfer. We don't know how it can be used, but still it has a scope for developing communication network also. They can go anywhere, almost with the speed of light. So data can be transferred through it. That can be the next generation application. And once we are used for communication, they are neutral. They will not be deflected also. No electromagnetic interference. That is a more possibility which we have. Okay. So safe communication without disturbance communication can be established with neutrinos. Next important thing is nuclear leakages, disasters can be detected well in advance because neutrinos are being released in these leakages. So that is also another application. They can detect oil reserves within the earth. Once we study the earth, where is which mineral, even oil, everything can be discovered easily. once we are able to study these neutrinos. Okay. And another important thing is with respect to detection of earthquakes. Is there any guarantee now, right now? Is there any guarantee that earthquake will not occur in your place right now? We don't know. There is still now, there is no prediction for earthquake, right? Because we don't know when it can, any rock inside the earth can adjust and earthquake can come. Once we know these neutrino properties, we can study the occurrence of earthquake well in advance. So studying neutrinos is significant, especially for disaster management in the case of earthquakes, landslides, in many ways, rock structures. Okay, huge scope is there. Fine. So they can detect nuke explosion, like Japan, new 2011. Okay, whenever there is a earthquake inside somewhere else, these neutrinos travel very fast. In Japan, what happened was tsunami came. We were able to know only 2-3 hours before. But once we have this kind of neutrinos, we can know them well in advance. Okay, because earthquake waves, which are called as seismic waves, they travel with very slowly. But neutrinos travel with high speed, even almost speed of light. So we'll know the things much in advance. So these are the very important applications of studying neutrino research. Any doubt with respect to these applications? Applications is important. Basic properties is important. Shall we go ahead? Okay. Anything you would like to ask now? It's good that all the people are staying. 77, 78 was the count. All are intact. Very good. Fine. Looks like you understood. So let's see the next thing now. India's neutrino, very quickly. India is planning its neutrino observatory. India is planning its neutrino observatory in, see, this is planned in Tamil Nadu, Bababudan, this Theni, not Bababudan, Theni district. Okay, Bodhi Hills was the location in Tamil Nadu. Look at this location at the border with Kerala. So this project, Indian Neutrino Observatory, not yet done. It is still planned. It's a joint venture of Science and Technology and Department of Atomic Energy. Atomic Energy is directly under Prime Minister. Okay, Science and Technology and Prime Minister's office. Both are there installed. Primarily to study which neutrinos? Atmospheric neutrinos. I already told that there are many sources for neutrinos. Yes or no? One is atmosphere. So whatever these things which we are planning now, they are to study which neutrinos? Atmospheric neutrinos. Indian Neutrino Observatory. Why we are constructing under a hill. Under a hill we are constructing. If neutrinos can pass anywhere, why? What is the purpose of constructing it under a hill? Anyway, they can reach anywhere. Na? Almost speed of light. Mr. iPhone, speed of neutrinos is almost equal to speed of light. They have some mass, so it will be some reduction with respect to speed of light. Almost speed of light they will travel. So why we are constructing this neutrino observatory under a hill? Anyway, they can pass anywhere. Na? Anyone? Why we are constructing it under a hill? We are planning this neutrino observatory under a hill. Then why, if they can pass anywhere, what is the purpose of so much pain? We can construct in 4th floor, 5th floor. No? They can travel anywhere. Why we are constructing? Stopways to avoid distractions, unwanted accident. See, these are all low risk. It's not like that. Like Divya saying, no low risk. I already said, is neutrinos radioactive? No, no. People are thinking they are radioactive, but neutrinos are neutral. As we are speaking now, millions of neutrinos are passing through us. No risk. We are surviving. Okay. So it's not about radiation effects of that. It's not about destruction and all those things. Surya was telling somewhat related event here. What is happening here is, with respect to, just a minute. Right. What is happening here is, there are many radiations in the universe which can, like cosmic rays, electromagnetic rays. Lot of disturbances will be there in the outside. Once we create it under a hill, all these radiations will not reach under a hill. This is somewhat blurred. It's okay. So main thing is why it is constructed under a hill. Various other disturbances can't reach. Only neutrinos can reach into the laboratory. So we can study neutrino. We can only focus on studying neutrinos because other things will be stopped. Light will be stopped, cosmic rays will be stopped, radio rays will be stopped, other particles will be stopped. Only neutrinos will be able to reach the laboratory, so we can study neutrinos easily. That's the purpose. That is the main intention of having it underground. So no interaction with other things. We can finally focus on studying only neutrinos. Okay, that's the main intention for underground. So recent development was Supreme Court has not airflow in the hill due to airflow. No. And so inside the thing, what? Atmosphere, there is no need for coming off the air. For scientists who are working there, we have to supply air and all those things. Neutrinos can travel anywhere. They are going into the earth only, na? Fine. So what is happening here is, why Tamil Nadu? That is a recent news. Why this has taken our attention. Tamil Nadu, this project, see, look at the hill, big hill is there. Under it, we are planning in fact, some construction. Under it, we want this observatory. Tamil Nadu said no to this project, but still it is in discussion. Okay. Now, if you look at why it is saying no, because there are some apprehensions from the local community. All are misleading actually. So let us see the main things here, why it is happening here. The 2-3 important points you have to choose. Why we have chosen only this location in Tamil Nadu? Why that particular hill? There are many hills in the country. Why that particular hill? Because very interestingly, that Bodhi Hills in Theni district is made up of camcochite rocks. These are the hardest rocks known. So only neutrinos only can penetrate. Other particles can't penetrate. That is the reason this is one of the hardest rocks. That's the reason we have chosen that location. Point number 1. Then the observatory will have iron calorimeter to make our experiments. That is point number 2, which is very important. These 2 things are the important things. Now, people are saying there are many people, cattle and goat rearing communities in and around this, they will lose their livelihood. If this project comes, what about our livelihood? We are subject to displacement. That is one apprehension. Second thing is this, as I said, in the Western Ghats, it is located at highly ecologically sensitive, eco-sensitive region. So it will be disturbed. That is the second apprehensions which we have. There are many dams nearby, Mullaperiyar Dam, Idukki Dam. So that may, so because under the rock we have to construct, means we have to do a lot of blasting. Okay, rock blasting, all these things that we have to do. So there is apprehensions about safety issue. So these are the various points which we are coming. Lot of dust will be there, which will affect the agriculture in that region. So all these are the apprehensions because of which Tamil Nadu government, as it is a national project, local governments may oppose because it's ultimately the local votes which matter. So that's the reason Tamil Nadu is saying no. But actually scientists are saying there is no radioactivity. Neutrinos are neutral. There is no radioactivity things. We will do tunneling. Blasting will be only very less. It will not affect the environment in a big scale. Only few blasting we will do. We will tunnel. See, like tunneling means how a metro. If you take Delhi metro, underground metro was constructed. People on the above in Delhi, they don't know that something underground is being tunneling. Like that they did. Underground metro system. People above don't know that something underground is taking away the sand and metro is being constructed. So sophisticated equipment are there now. Okay, so we'll use those things. Don't worry, Bolki. The scientists are saying, but still it is in the debate. As you see, the hill is still there. Observatory is still in the pending. But the science will give us an extra edge. See, India is very good in space, nuclear, and defense. Okay. When I say nuclear, it comes to particle research also. So these are our strengths. This will make us stand as a big science and technology platform in the world. Okay. So in the world, there are many projects also. In Japan, you have all these locations are not much prominent, but we are not the only person who are doing it. That is the intention. In Amsterdam, Antarctica, everywhere you will find underground only, so that other particles disturbance will not be there. That is the intention. Okay, it's not about only safety issue and all those things. Very important project which you have known is IceCube project. IceCube project is the world's largest neutrino telescope. It is not a radiator. It is not a reactor. Okay, it is located in South Pole, Antarctica, this experiment. Okay, it will telescope, it will detect. So it will observe the various neutrino particles in the universe. Fine, it will also study dark matter. Both applications are there. IceCube project will study neutrinos as well as dark matter. What is dark matter? See, very interestingly, what is 97% of the universe made up of? We don't know, even today. That's the reason we are calling it as dark. As we don't know, we are calling it as dark matter. It's not that it will be black. Okay, so IceCube project will study both neutrino and dark matter. It is buried deep in the ice, underground. Again, fine, in order to avoid disturbances. So these are the various things. So what is IceCube project was the previous question. So if you quickly conclude, answer this. Which of the following is the source of neutrinos? Which of the following is the source of neutrinos? All is the source. Very good. Very good. Right. Quickly. Then we'll go to the next one. Indian Neutrino Observatory is located underground under hill because what is the right answer? What is the right answer for second question? Some are saying A, some are saying C. A is wrong because Indian Neutrino Observatory does not want to study Earth neutrinos. It wants to study from atmospheric neutrinos. Yes or no? That's the reason this is wrong. Outside neutrinos cannot pass. Obviously, they can pass. So this is also thing. To provide safety for people, this is not the best option because anyway, it is non-radiating. So the best answer is C. Okay, the best answer is C. Sometimes some people will argue this, but when this option is there, we have to go for C. Okay, except a few, most of you answered correctly. Then last question. Which of the following are probable applications of neutrons? Tell the answer. Which of the following are the probable applications of neutrons? What happened? B, A and B. Oh my God, except Naveen. Except Naveen, nobody. Shruti, except two, all are wrong. Bhavana, huh? No. See why it is because the question is not about, yes, the question is not about neutrinos, it is about neutrons. This is not neutrino. Dekha? Jaldi mein you do mistake. Which of the following are the probable applications of neutrinos? Neutrinos means all will come. But the question is about neutrons. Neutrons, why? How earthquake detection? No. Only D. Okay, good. Nice session. Take care. We'll meet again tomorrow. Whole week we'll have these sessions. Then let's see how it goes. Okay. Economy will start at 9. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.